Among Us Origami. What is origami? Origami is the art of paper folding, which is often associated with Japanese culture. Classical and traditional origami paper was first invented in China around 105 AD and was brought to Japan by monks in the 6th century. Handmade paper was a luxury item, only available to a few, and paper folding in ancient Japan was strictly for ceremonial purposes, often religious in nature, and that was because of how rare and expensive the paper was. Some artists that do origami. Akira Yoshizawa was a Japanese origami artist, considered to be the Grand Master of origami. He is credited with raising origami from a craft to a living art. According to his own estimation made in 1989, he created more than 50,000 models, of which only a few hundred designs were presented as diagrams in his 18 books. Eric Jajuel was a French origami artist who specialized in the wet folding method, creating figurative art sculptures using sheets of paper and water without the use of adhesive or scissors. Wet folding is an origami technique developed by Akira Yoshizawa that employs water to dampen the paper so that it can be manipulated more easily. So all of the artwork over here was created without scissors or glue, and he just used that water to dampen the paper to make it easier to work with. And that technique over here, wet folding, was created by the other artists that we talked about. You will create an Among Us origami character. Instructions. Start with a square piece of paper. You may need to cut a sheet of paper into a square if you only have paper that is rectangular. So please use a ruler if you need to cut that down. It must be perfect for this to work. Follow along with the video, and that'll be inside of the assignment inside a canvas, and pause when you need to fold the paper. Take your time. There's no reason to rush. You have all week to complete this. Personalize your character. So looking back at these, they have extra parts that are put onto them, like this hat, the flamingo. So think about ways that you can have your personality come through your character. Or if you want to personalize it, maybe by using your favorite color. Be thinking about how you want to personalize your character, because if you start and then decide, well, I wish I had used construction paper to work on this, or I wish I had drawn a bunch of designs over the paper before I started folding it. It might be too late to do that. It is optional to use construction paper, but if you would like to, you can. I think scrapbook paper is a really good option because it's already in a square. But if you don't have that, that's totally fine. Any paper will work. And white paper is okay as well, but I would like for you to add color if possible. So if you had white paper, you could always go in and color it in with a marker, a crayon, a colored pencil, whatever you have available to you. Also, for these extra details, those are just on loose paper. This part is loose paper, this part is loose paper, and so on. But the body itself, all of this is one piece that is folded up, and the video will show you how to create the body. All of these extra details will need to be created separately and then glued on. When you are gluing, make sure that the glue does not get all over this part or it's going to look messy. So make sure you have that good craftsmanship and are just using a little amount. And last but not least, if you have any material needs, please let me know. So if you need some colored pencils, some markers, glue, paper, anything at all to complete this project, please email me so you can pick it up from the office. Have a great day!